Guys, we are here with a ferret. Say hello, ferrets.
I'm tired.
Yeah, me too, buddy. I'm about to go to work though, so we're going to do this pretty quickly, guys, because we do have a whole bunch of information regarding the new RSI mining ship, which is what you see spinning on the main screen here. And we also do have some photos of the new... do we know a name for this thing? Or is it just the new starship?
The mining ship?
No. The
starfish ship?
Yeah, that one.
It's the what is it? The Solen or the Solen?
The Syulen, right? Okay, gotcha. So we do have a name for it. Obviously, we are totally prepared for this and not totally doing it off the cuff. The Scylla interior. Okay, got it. So, guys, obviously, let's go through. First of all, let's do the Syulen ship because everybody's going to want to know about the RSI and we want watch time. So, let's be honest about it. So, obviously, we do have some exterior photos of the Syulen. And we do have some interior photos or interior shots or interior views or whatever you want to call for it, right? First of all, then we've also got the RSI miner as well, which we'll do last. As for the Syulen ship, what are your thoughts, Fizz?
Have you played Destiny?
Yes. Big Destiny player.
Well,
3,000.
As everyone has already pointed out to me, and they are already making memes, the ship looks like a giant ghost from Destiny.
I would push back against that. If it was asymmetrical and that it had that on the back as well, and then that was, instead of being a 3-point star, it was like a 5-point star or something, then I would say yeah, sure, maybe. Ghost was more of a I don't even know how to describe it actually, but yeah, he was more of a asymmetrical sort of a ship, symmetrical little being that was like a whole bunch of. Actually, let's bring up a photo of him. Destiny Ghost. So here he is here. Images. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's a 4-pointed star, right? So I would push back against that a little bit. I'd also say he's not symmetrical. The Syulen's not symmetrical and stuff. So I would push back against it. But I can sort of see where maybe people are sort of like thinking that they might have got some inspiration from, but regardless, so what do we know about this ship? We presume is it a transporter, or what do we know about it?
It's a cargo ship
Yeah.
that has a single seat. That's it.
And I presume this will be carrying the new cargo crates that are coming out, that are the more hexagon-y sort of shape rather than the cube shape or the rectangle shape that the UEC seems to use.
No idea.
Yeah. They'll be more like the cargo crates that we saw in the trailer, or that we had leaked a few months ago, where it was, they were more hexagon-y. Let me see if I can actually show a photo of... so this is Jan. Cargo crates. Images. Star Citizen. What was the other cargo ship that that the Xi'an have? Gatac, is it?
The Raylan?
Raylan, that's it. Railen.
Railen.
RAIL. Yeah, that's what I thought. There was an image that I saw of the Raylan with the cargo containers. Alright. No, can't seem to find it. But yeah, they're more hexagon-y shaped than the typical standard square or rectangle shape. Here we go. Hexagon Starship containers. Here we go. So that gives you sort of an idea of similar to what it's like. Yeah. All right. So, what are your thoughts on the Centec EI? The Syulen, sorry, the Syulen.
Well, I don't know. It's unique, all right, but gonna have to wait and see once we get our hands on it. I don't know if I plan on picking one up or not.
Yeah, I'm probably going to pass on it myself. So the cargo's going to be on the exterior. So then obviously it's going to be compared to the hull A, hull B, hull C, hull D, hull E. It's going to have that alien tax on it. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive than all the other ships. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go with the UEC cargo containers. If it does have those standard, Xi'an sort of containers, so that could be an issue as well. Where at least with the cargo containers from the hull A, hull B, hull C, hull D, hull E, you can just literally mount it to the pads. Look, there's a lot going against it. Do we know the size of this thing, or like comparable?
Yeah, that's a picture of it sitting next to the mule. But
I'll post that for us, and I'll put that on the screen as well. But at the end of the day, like I say, it's I don't know. It's probably going to be a pass for me, but
just send it to you.
All right, got it. Yep, copy link, and that. So she's a big ship, but the mule's kind of small, though, I suppose, right? So mule's roughly a bit bigger than a human. Yeah, I would say it's probably like a small or a medium cargo ship. I would say probably. I did see a description for it. The Syulen cargo vehicle has been crafted by the renowned House of Gatac to be well suited for both human and Xi'an pilots. With a refined, agile frame, the Syulen lends itself to a faring import deliveries across the universe. Ideal ship for those making their career debut. So it's going to be a small ship. So it's a small one. Because it's literally a cargo starter ship for Gatac. Yeah, look, I don't know. It's probably going to be a pass from me, man, to be honest. Like I said, if we want like a starter ship for cargo, then to be honest, the best thing we've got is probably like the Hull A, the Freelancer, any of this sort of stuff, right? So to me, it's probably going to be a pass. But yeah. Apart from that, anything else on the Syulen that we want to talk about or cover before we move on to the RSI Arrastra?
None from me.
No, got it. Alright, moving on to the Arrastra. We do have a proposed 3D model of the Arrastra. The Syulen. What do you think? Do you think it's straight to flyable, or do you think it's going to be concept, or?
It's going to be straight to flyable.
Got it. Yep. All right. As for the Arrastra, she's a large ship. So we do have a photo of here next to the 890 jump. It's a little bit over half, I would say, half the length of the 890. So the 890 jump is how big? The 890 jump is... We go to the wiki. Is 210 meters. So I'm guessing the Arrastra is going to be somewhere around, probably around the 100 meter mark. 105 meters, 110 meters, maybe. So she's a decent sized ship. She's a bit smaller than the Star Runner. I think the Star Runner was 150. No, 50 meters. So she's double the length of the Star Runner. Sorry. So she's a big ship. It's a mining ship. We do have a whole bunch of information that we have already discussed, but very quickly, just to sort of like reiterate on what we've already discussed. Where is it? It's up here. So just trying to find it, guys, very quickly. So the description we've got is the risk involved in mining in the universe, vast stores of valuable resources. Robert Space Industries wants to make sure that choosing the right ship isn't one of them. The Arrastra industry mining platform was concepted from the struts up with safety efficiency in mind. Remote operator seat provides extra protection to your crew. The onboard refinery is ideal for more profitable workflow, and the automated material storage pipeline effortlessly prepares your gathered resources for transfer. And the auxiliary garage allows for increased operational flexibility while on site. So at the end of the day, look, it sounds like it's going to be a really nice ship. They say there's a garage, so I'm guessing that there is going to be the bay, the docking bay, which is, I'm guessing, is going to be at the back. Look, it's a nice ship. I don't think it's going to be cheap though. What are your thoughts?
$500, maybe 600.
Yeah. What did the Expanse? Was it the Expanse? What did the Expanse go for?
Ooh, 2 or 3, I think.
Single seat ship, so it's a single seater. I don't think this new thing is going to be single seat. War bond 135, 150 standalone. So it's going to be quite a jump if you were to upgrade the Expanse to this. And I also don't think this thing is going to be single seat. Well, we can already see there's at least 2 turrets on it. At least 3 actually, one at the back too.
Actually, there should be 4 turrets on it.
Right, gotcha. What, one at the front or something, or one we're missing? One under it?
Let me double check. I could have miscounted.
So I got 1 on each side, 1 at the back. I imagine there's going to be 1 under it as well, because otherwise it's got a pretty big blind spot. So maybe that's where the 4th is, maybe.
Oh, it's not a gunship, it's a mining ship, so...
No, but they always do put weapons on it. It does have an airlock, obviously, on the sides, which is obviously interesting. Presuming this model is correct. Looks like she's got room for a lot of crates or cargo, but it doesn't look like it uses saddlebags from MISC. So there could be a bit of incompatibility between this and the prospector.
No, there are different pictures which show that it can accept saddlebags from MISC.
Right. Oh, okay. Cool. Yep.
Um. So the 3D viewer from Sketchfab.
Yep.
I want to think that the rear turret is also going to be on rails, so it could probably cover the top or move down and cover the bottom. That does
Maybe.
seem like a trend that like RSI has been moving towards.
Yeah. Maybe. All right. So apart from that, look, they have. It says it has a refinery on it. Obviously, it's a miner. We know it's not going to be cheap, but like if you compare, for example, if you combine or melt a prospector and the expanse, you could be up around the 250, 300. If it's around that price or a little bit more, then it might be worth it. But keep in mind, your prospector though is very nimble and very light, small. This thing, I don't know how you're going to go mining with this thing because this thing's going to be like a tank. Do you think this is going to start doing like the vein mining, or do you think this is going to be like rock mining?
Rock mining, because I feel like I want to be hopeful and say that this will be a test bed for refining materials in deep space, but at the same time, I feel like why would they go that advanced for it to be a test bed, and instead of doing something as simple as the expanse, which is literally just refining.
Yeah, it could be. Could be the fact that they will actually go through and use this as a test bed, but to be honest, I would expect the expanse to be the test bed. To be honest, like you say, it's just easier just to go through and use something that's a lot smaller and a lot more specific, and then once they get that working, then they can just simply copy it into this, right? If there's a lot more parts to this, there's a lot more chance of it actually like going wrong and not working and blah blah blah, right?
Unfortunately.
So I still think they're going to use the expanse as the test bed. Although, like I say, that they are on this RSI kick at the moment. They do say that they want to make all these RSI ships, and they are reusing assets. So, do you think this is going to be flyable or concept?
Concept.
Yeah. When do you think they expect to see this? I don't think you're going to see this in 12 months. It wasn't on that list of ships, right?
No, I don't think it was on the list, but that doesn't mean that it still can't come in the next 12 months.
True. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be depending on what it sells for, as to whether it's a yay or nay for me. To be honest, this might be something I might shoot for in game. I definitely want it, but it might be something I might shoot for in game. Obviously I don't want to buy every ship in Star Citizen, because then obviously you won't have anything to aim for. So, and just the cost of it alone, I think it's going to be pretty high. I'd expect this to be around the 450, 550 mark, at least. So,
I want to say that's about right as well.
I don't think it's going to be cheap. And it looks like it's going to be multi-crew. It looks like there's at least 3 turrets on it, possibly 4. So, you're going to have a crew. Look, I think it's going to be a money earner. It's going to have to, obviously, to support the crew. It's bigger than the mole. The Mole is what, 3-4 crew at least 4. But
should be 4 crew.
Yeah, but also keep in mind too, this has a refinery, which means then obviously you're going to need a crew member probably for the refinery as well. So you're going to need at least 5 or 6 for this thing, probably 6, I would say.
So you would need 1 for the pilot,
Yep.
2 for the mining arms,
Yeah.
and then 3 more for the turrets.
Yep, and then probably
plus
in a refinery.
Yeah, so like another 1 for refinery. Plus, in the future, you're going to need an engineer now. So,
well, actually,
unless the engineer can be both refining and engineering. So.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The engineer can switch between those two. Look, although it does have the cargo bay on it too, which means you could probably put, depending on the size, probably a rock or some sort of landminer on there as well. Look, it's a good ship. I believe it's going to sell. It's going to be popular. But I just worry about how much this thing is going to be. I don't think it's going to be cheap. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Is there anything else we need to cover on the Arrastra before we move over to the RSI Orion?
Why are we moving on to the Orion?
Well, we do have a photo of it. We can at least cover that for a second or two.
I mean, I guess, but
there's not a lot of info. It just shows you a photo of what it looks like. We do also have a size comparison for the Mole versus the Arrastra here. So the Arrastra is almost double the size of the Mole. And then the Orion is over double the size of that. So what's the size of the Argo Mole? Oops. Go back. Mole. Alright, so the Mole is 45 meters in length. So the Arrastra we're looking at probably going to be around the 110, which is what we said before with the jump. Was it the jump? Yeah. Which makes sense. And then the Orion, we're looking at it, it's going to be around the 250, 350 mark. I would say probably around the 300, 350. But it's interesting how we have a updated graphics on the Orion as well. So they must be working on that in the background. So, what do you reckon? No? Alright, just go. That's all. Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say it's a tough one, really, because, I mean, it's hard to actually say for sure.
Does look nice, though. The Orion and the Arrastra both look nice. Look, RSI makes some really nice ships, bro. There's a reason why I like the RSI or the Crusader ships, and they definitely suit my palette, but it is interesting how, like I say, we are getting an updated models on the Orion, the Arrastra. You know, they are working on a whole bunch of RSI ships. So we might get the Orion. We're not going to get it within 12 months, I would say. But I would say we might get it within 2 years, maybe. Which means that we're going to need, obviously, large asteroids coming online. So when we start seeing that in the workflow, then we'll know that the Orion must be getting close. But yeah, it's interesting how we got like both those images. But apart from that, anything else we need to cover besides jumping off for the night?
I think that's about it.
Nice, guys. Let us know what your thoughts are on the Arrastra. Let us know what your thoughts are on the Syulen, and also let us know what your thoughts are on the new RSI look. I like it. I like the new RSI look actually for the Orion. But particularly, let us know what your thoughts are on the Arrastra. Do you think at the end of the day it's something you're going to buy? Is it something you're going to pass on, or is it something you're going to buy in game? For me, it's probably going to be an in-game purchase. We'll see what happens on the day. What about you? You think in-game you're going to buy it real world or pass for
the Arrastra?
Yep, Arrastra. Yep.
I'm definitely gonna buy it.
Cool. All right. Well, expect a Tactical Ferrets tour when it comes out. But guys, those are what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Apart from that, Ferrets, anything you want to add before we jump off?
No, that's about it.
No worries, guys. Have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. Obviously, Ferrets' details are in the description below. Go give his YouTube channel, Twitch channel, and all that a plug, or a like, or subscribe, and a follow. Although he doesn't stream much, but maybe we could guilt him into streaming a little bit more.
Maybe.
Doubt it. But hey, guys, enjoy yourselves. Have a great night, and obviously we'll be here for IAE. And obviously if there's a patch tomorrow, we'll cover that. We just put up a patch note video earlier today. So yeah, check that out. Apart from that, guys, have a great night. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you in the verse.